Livestream.
And we are live, guys. How's it going, Bruce and Clive? How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you, Chris?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Just relaxing on my my evening off. So off tonight and tomorrow. So girlfriend probably gonna come over here in a little while. She gets off shortly. So what watches you guys wearing?
But when are you getting off?
No comment.
Smart man. I'm wearing my Seiko King Turtle today.
Say what?
I'm wearing my Seiko King Turtle today.
Oh, nice. What about you, Clive?
Well, I'm wearing the Jard Perigo.
Okay, nice. I'm wearing that little Mito, that Ocean Star that Eric Lennon. I was just talking to Clive. This thing is really light, surprisingly light, because it's titanium. We got Howdy from Texas on here. How's it going, bud?
Howdy from Texas. Good to see you, my friend.
And thank God it is Friday, because I'm off tonight and tomorrow, so I get to relax.
You're getting off tonight and tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm off work.
Okay.
I keep pulling myself up, putting myself up for that one. So I give you
every
that
time.
One.
And I will be there every time.
Man, we got Hans in the house. How's it going, Hans? What's everybody in the comments wearing watch-wise?
Now, tomorrow I'm looking at a vintage Benris Sky Sheath.
Nice.
From the 1940s.
Okay. How long has Benris been around?
I don't know. Well, since 1940s.
Okay, I was wondering if they weren't like 1800s, if they weren't like old, or if they were like 30s or 40s old.
Well, you know how Gallet has been around since like Edward IV.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been around a while.
Yep.
Hans is wearing the Aquaterre. Nice.
Can't go wrong.
Howdy's wearing a Pam 111.
Nice Pam. I saw Bruce just bought a Pam. Bruce Williams.
He bought a 112, I think.
Yeah, and then Nilo's wearing the Seiko Tuna. Nice. Those are great watches.
And I think the 112 or the base logo is the ones to get. But good. I mean,
Danger. Me and Clyde were actually just talking about that watch before we went on. The new Zenith Chronomaster. That's a sweet looking watch.
Yeah, I love that watch.
I think Zenith is one of the brands to watch out in the next year or so. Watch out for.
And the best part is you can actually walk into a Zenith dealer and buy one.
Yeah. And you can usually get a discount too, because their prices are a little bit higher, but you can usually talk them into a decent discount. Probably, what would you say, at least 10%?
Do you know any places where you can walk in and get a discount?
Mm-mm.
How about you, Blue Shirt?
Off the top of my head, no.
Okay. You're not going to say David S.W.?
No.
Okay.
David S.W.
Oh, Simon Grout. So, yeah, I'm just happy to survive the week. This next week is a relative cakewalk compared to the rest of it. So, well, good.
Nice. Been a busy week.
Yeah. Hectic, stressful.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, today was kind of relaxing, except it ended very, very shitty. But, yeah.
Nice. Howdy said he's actually thinking of getting a PM now. Why not? They are pretty low. You just gotta watch where you buy one from, though, Howdy, because you don't want to get one of the fakes. There's a lot of super fakes out there, aren't there?
Yep. Well, yeah, and here's the funny part. I mean, I like the 111, the 112, the 00, the base logo, and the 005, but those are some of the easiest ones to fake because they just, ETA 6497s. They're not that hard to get a hold of those.
I was going to say, because they actually used the added movements, right, in the production models, correct?
They did.
Yep. But that's one of the reasons why they were copied so easy, because, and the thing is, they are a very, very simple design. They're iconic, they're useful, they're very much a tool watch.
And I know Eric that you guys saw his the live stream I did with him like last week with his collection. He sent me the Mito and the Zen, and he was telling me his Pam is one of his favorite watches.
Yeah, Pams are growing on me.
Yeah,
by leaps and bounds.
Well, try an ointment first, and then maybe a shot.
But I'm bummed.
Now, do you guys think that Pam is one of those up and coming hype brands?
Well, I don't know. It's like it's
Again?
like trying to refloat the Titanic. It could resurface again, but I don't know. I think they've got their work cut out for them. But
they do.
But the reason why it was so damn easy to Pam literally a hype watch, especially because everyone wants the basic ones, basic ETAs, basic designs. I'm not knocking the designs, but they're not as nearly as finished or.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing, right? While they use their design for years.
Right. And Howdy from Texas is saying that the base Pams are kind of more desirable for him, over the $7,000 mark. He doesn't see the value, and I kind of agree.
And it's just like, oh, go ahead, Clive.
Well, and like I said, and I know I get a lot of shit for these, but if I ever get an it for a Pam, I'll take out one of my old DeVos. I'll take out one of my DeVos watches or Divas watches, and which is like a more or less a sterile radio mirror with with two variations of the California dial, also with the same damn movement, and I think those things are unbeatable, really.
Nice.
Scratches the Pam itch.
Hans is saying he once went out with a girl named Pam.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, they're definitely. I wonder. Do you think the Sylvester Stallone auction prices might have something to do with them becoming or getting back on people's radar again?
No, because here's why: the smarter collectors, the old hands, are going for something that has because everyone knows Pam, everyone kind of understands where they're coming from, but right now they're not the favorite, they're not the darling. Those diving watches have submerged, and I don't know but the trouble is they are so faked so well that that if you buy one new, God help you, and if you buy one used,
even more, God help you.
Hello, Rick.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going, Rick?
Hey, Rick.
I'm doing
How
great.
you doing today, bud?
Good.
What you wearing today, watch-wise?
I've got my Zenith A3818 Cover Girl Revival.
Nice, the one you had you posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. We
now,
were
guys,
actually just talking about Zenith.
We're going to have a game. People are just going to list random watch references, and we'll see how many minutes it takes Rick to get it from his collection.
Yeah, right.
Holy fuck, dude. I mean, wow. Your collection.
That collection's getting smaller. I'm trying to refine it down and get to fewer and finer pieces. I got a bunch of stuff that I'm marketing right now. So
now we were talking about the new Chronomaster earlier from Zenith. What are your thoughts on that, Rick? I think that's a good looking watch.
I am blown away, really blown away. I mean, I think that I love the aesthetics. I love the look. I think that people that were waiting for a Daytona because they love the Daytona, not because they wanted to make double their money. The people that really wanted a Daytona are going to flock to this watch and enjoy it, and hopefully that'll shorten the wait lists to, just the flippers that want to, buy it for 12 and sell it for 24. I think it's a killer piece. That blew me away.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Kind of like a more sporty version of the El Primero, isn't it? when you say?
Splash of color. I mean, I like it.
Now, speaking of people who aren't really watch collectors, have you considered getting 5 identical Pateks?
Girl size ones to that, right?
Yeah, right.
Unsellable ones to boot.
To boot. How close are you to Canada, dude?
Me? I'm in Chicago.
No, I'm talking about
No, I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere near Canada. I just threw that in there.
Thanks. So
but it's an amazing watch. Really, I mean, I think they hit it out of the park with it, and I'm excited to see one in person.
So,
Bruce, think back 5 years ago. Zenith was dead. I mean, that brand was
correct,
dead, and about dying.
Think
and
JCB has a lot to do.
Yeah.
You think JCB revived him?
And I think they've got a good. I forget the guy's name. Julian Toro. Whatever is. I think he's a really good. I think they've done a really, really good job. I think these revivals have been good. Like I've got the A384, the A385, this A388, 3818, which is an A384 case, that tonneau shaped case. Mm-hmm. And a good price point, accessible. I wonder whether that Zenith is going to be hard to get. I mean,
it might be. There might be a wait list. I mean, you might have to wait a little while to get one.
Yeah.
I have to get a hold of ECGA and see if they can send one. If the demand's not too much, I don't know. They might not be able to because they're probably selling them as fast as they get them in.
And I agree with you, Rick. I think that the 10K is fair for that watch.
Yep.
For the amount of innovation that's in it, and the what looks like really good build quality, and a bezel that's not only ceramic but actually a bezel you can use if you're actually timing something. Because let's be honest, nobody uses a tachometer. Nobody.
Yep, totally agree.
Now, Rick, how do you think it compares to the obvious question? How do you think it compares to some other recent releases? I mean, there have been some really hot chronographs from all sorts of brands being released, and I'd say obviously the new Speedmaster 3861, or even the Breitling 806 1959.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm an Omega fan. I like what they're doing. I think the price point and the price jump on the new movement, it seems like a lot for a little, and I don't think the aesthetics of the new watch look all that much different than the old ones. And there are a zillion Speedies out there. I mean, I've got several. Now that said, I've got a deposit, and I'll get a 321 at some point. It might be a year from now, and I've got that silver Snoopy deposit on that too. But what I think makes the Zenith different is the obvious similarity to a Daytona, and the thirst this built-up thirst that the watch community has had for a black or white dial Daytona. I own one. I had one in my collection until about 2 weeks ago, and at that point I'm like, I wasn't that enthralled with it. I ended up getting a white gold on Oyster Flex, which I really like. I love the Oyster Flex bracelet, but the standard steel Daytona black dial, somebody was willing to pay me double what I paid for it. I had it a year and a half or 2 years, and it's a watch I rarely wore. Now, I'd consider buying the new Zenith. I think it's a great looking watch.
Hey, Rick, nice Daytona. Thanks. Can you tell me what time it is?
Yeah, exactly. Particularly for a 60-some-year-old guy like me, it's harder and harder to read. I mean,
yep. Well, and the thing is, though, when these watches first came out, much younger men could afford them.
Right.
I get the whole Daytona thing. What irritates me a lot is the outrageous prices that are being asked for the OP41s. I mean, it just blows me away. They're most entry-level common watch, and the flipping that's going on flipping that's going on there. That and the ridiculousness of what's going on with the Patek 5711 the last couple of days. I mean, I wouldn't have paid 50. I certainly wouldn't have paid 70 on what they were asking for 4 days ago. And I'm seeing them for 120 today. And that is insane for a basic watch. My AD, and you guys know I've got a really good Patek relationship. My AD has, said, hey, you want a 5711? I've got a 5712. It's much more functional. It's, much more aesthetically beautiful with the moon phase. And I just don't get what the attraction was with a basic three-hand time only, I guess time and date, 5711. I never got it. I never will. And I certainly wouldn't pay that kind of money. I wouldn't pay over retail ever for anything ever.
Right. Agreed.
On the other, well,
it's crazy.
I wonder how much of it though is just quite frankly, just herd mentality.
Yeah.
And hype, that's for sure.
Nilo brings up a good point. He's saying the Rolex waitlist is going to help a lot of other companies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they got to be producing something that people really want. And I think this Zenith is hit the nail on the head.
That, and I think it's driving both the Zenith and both the Rolex and the Patek waitlists. And then the insanity of what happened to the FP Journe market. I think it's driving people to, Gronefeld and Moser, Moritz Grossman, and Grand Seiko. I think it's driving, and probably Zenith and IWC and a lot of other things. I think that's really helping a lot of other brands.
Well, it's kind of like in Europe, where they're all the chaos and all the bloodshed from the Middle East, all sorts of refugees are flooding through Europe. I think with the rest of the watch market, it's like Rolex refugees crowding into other brands, driving the prices up there as well. I've
got this love-hate thing with Rolex. I mean, I've got, I can probably get just about anything I want. There's things I like. I've got a Pepsi that I like a lot. I paid in full, waited 1 year to get it. I ordered the day that it got introduced at Basel World in 2017 for a blue steel Sky Dweller. Hell of a watch for $14,000. They're selling for over 25 now. It's insane. I'd never sell it, but I've got my Daytona. Hulk doesn't. I'm not that big of a fan of a Hulk. There's a number of things where I'm sort of take it or leave it, but there's other watches I probably would never ever consider selling. My Pepsi, or I've got a discontinued white dial Milgauss. I wear it on an orange rubber bee rubber strap in summer mostly, and that's a great watch. Just a three-hand, time only, no date, and I love that watch.
I hate it. Well, maybe I should have considered that because I hated the polished center links on a sports watch.
Hey, Clyde, how did you feel about the polished center links?
Yeah, I could skip them.
You know what I like is I like the new white gold Submariner, the blue bezel, black dial. So it's I don't know what they're calling it, but it's the replacement for the Smurf that had the blue dial.
Right.
I think that's a good looking watch. I don't know that I'd pay whatever they are, $30-some thousand for a Submariner, but I mean, that's a good looking watch.
Or 40 or 16570s, the original Polar Explorers.
Yep.
Now, and they've literally doubled, and you could, if there was one Rolex you could find, it was that one. Now, I know Archie finally quit talking about it, and that drove the price up, but that's totally. And before too long, it'll be like 34 millimeter OP dates will be like $6,000. I just don't see almost any end to the insanity.
I see Tom Boston asking a question, relating to Zenith, and is it still popular because it looks like a Daytona? I actually think it looks better than a Daytona.
You got a super chat.
Looks better than.
Thanks, Clam Walker. Appreciate it, bud. But yeah, you think it looks better than Daytona, Rick?
I think it's more attractive. Yeah, I do.
Well, I actually think some of the prior generation Omega Speedmaster racings had like a Daytona-esque thing look going for them.
Yep.
But I don't know, or is it going to be considered the substitute watch or the second place? You can't get a Lange 1, so you'll get a Glasuta original Panamanic Lunar.
Yeah, could be. You know what's going to be interesting to watch, and we should all keep our ear to the ground. I mean, let's be real. We're all pretty experienced buyers and collectors, and all the people on the chat are too. Typically it'd be pretty easy to walk into a Zenith AD and get 15, 20, 20% off, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that these are going to be. I don't know if they're going to be discounted. I doubt it. I think the demand is going to exceed supply. I bet these are full boat.
I agree.
Or it could, like I said, it could be like the Breitlings, because the Breitlings came out and those looked like they were going to go super. I mean, super Stratic, I guess, but they eventually settled back down. They're not giving them away, even on the used market, but it's hard to tell. And the thing is, collectors are people, and people are just irrational, I think, in a lot of ways. Very irrational.
True. People want what they want right now, and if they can't have it, they want it even more.
So where do you see your collection going in the future, Rick?
Fewer watches, not, I'm never going to get down to 10 or 15, but I'm probably somewhere, I don't even know how many I have right now, but somewhere in the mid to high 30s. And I'd like to get down to 20 to 30 watches, and fewer but more bespoke, unique pieces. I have a Kari Voutilainen piece unique being made for me. I think I'll have it in a month. But I'm going to sell. I don't want to have that much. And I've got a lot, but I don't want to. So I've got. I probably have 10 watches on the market right now, and I'm doing it quietly. I don't have them posted under my name, and because I got to protect I've got to protect the relationships that I have, and
Right.
I'm looking at a trade on something else right now today on a. I bought a David Toon DB28. That's kind of the Star Wars look watch. And I never connected with it, so I'm looking to trade it for the DB25, which is the Stradivarius, the much more traditional two-hand watch, but really, really cool. That's a company that makes 150, 160 watches a year. I think that's great. I love my Gronfeld. So I think more in that direction. I probably will retain a couple of the Rolex pieces, and I'll retain a lot of the Patek pieces I have. This Zenith that I'm wearing, I will likely hold on to things like this. They're not that expensive, but I just want to get down. To a more manageable and reasonable number. But as you guys all know, it's a freaking addiction. I mean, it's awful.
Yeah.
Now, what watch gets the most wear time, Rick, out of your collection? What do you say?
I probably wear my Vacheron Overseas Dual Time Gen 3 more often than almost anything else, simply because it's got it. I wear it on the bracelet and I wear it on the rubber strap. There's also a leather strap that comes with it, and you can change it in 10 seconds.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Super easy. And I don't ever wear it on the leather, but I wear it on the rubber a lot, and I wear it on the steel bracelet a lot. And I love the watch, and I like a dual time complication. I think it's easier to read than kind of a GMT, like the dial on a Rolex GMT Master 2. It's just easier to read a dual time if you're traveling. So.
Tom Austin brought up a good point. Your Zenith appears to be. Does it wear bigger than the 37 mil? Your States.
I think it feels to me like a 39. I think that's what people have hesitated on the A384s, 5s, and 6s, and this is again the same case as an A384. And I think people hesitated because of the 37 millimeter case, but it wears,
Yeah.
Wears pretty nice. I think it wears like a 39. You know, I had a 37 millimeter Patek Calatrava. It wore small. This does not. I think because of the tonneau shape. Is that how you say that? Tonneau shape. I think that's why it wears just a little bit bigger. It's super comfortable. This ladder bracelet. I don't know if you can see that. The ladder bracelet's really cool, kind of vintage
What size
inspired.
slugs are on that?
You know, I'm not sure, Chris.
Is it the 19 millimeter that Zenith usually uses?
Probably, and the watch came with a I don't know if it's a canvas or cordovan strap as well. I've never changed it. I just love this ladder bracelet. I've never had it on anything other than this.
Yeah, when the 384 came out, I was a little leery because of the 37 millimeter size, but the more I'm hearing about it, you know, that it's not really an issue.
Now, Bruce, I've got a 386 Revival as well, and I think that's 37 or 38, and that wears just a touch small and feels just a little smaller than what this is, even though I think they're the same size, or maybe that one's even a millimeter bigger. But and that's the more traditional round case. That's on my Instagram as well. But this, I think, just because of the shape, it's just perfectly. It feels great.
Yeah,
Nice.
very cool.
I had a Defy 21, Zenith Defy 21. You know, what are those, like 44 maybe? 42 or 44. Way too big for me. I mean, I flipped that pretty quick. It was just too big of a watch. I bought that without ever trying it on, and that was a mistake, and just too big of a watch.
Hans has got a question for you, Rick. If you had to keep just one watch from your collection, which one would it be?
It'll probably be the
You can only choose one.
Kari Voutilainen when I get it, but right now it would probably be my Gronefeld Remontoire, 188 pieces, Kari Voutilainen bespoke dial. Although I've got five Jorn pieces, you know, Jorn Optimum Boutique Edition that I like a lot. That's hard. That's a hard question.
It's
I
like
don't
trying
think
to pick a favorite child, right? You can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever do it. So.
Yeah, I know that's really a hard question for any dedicated parent to answer. And really, you know, actually, no, it's not. My son, 9 times out of 10. He's so goddamn low maintenance. God bless him. All right, man, I'm looking at the new Zeniths, and yeah, I could understand. So 10,000.
That's what they're saying. 10 grand.
And I wonder, will that be one that you'll be able to get?
I hope you're able to get them. I hope there's no wait list. I hope they don't start selling over retail. I hope it's just 10 grand. And, you know, look, maybe you got to wait, but it's a 30-day wait or a 60-day wait, which any of us would consider reasonable.
Of course.
I just hope.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say, I wonder if it's probably not one you're going to be able to get a discount on either. You're probably going to have to pay retail for that one. I'm
Not
sure
initially,
now, the way
probably
things
not.
are, huh?
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, wow. Well,
When do you expect the Kari Voutilainen to come in?
Yeah, my AD that I've been working with on this thing for months and months and months said that Carrie told him should have it end of the month. You know, so a few weeks, I'm hoping.
Cool.
Wow.
Nice. Any other updates on the collection after that? You looking at anything else, or?
Yeah, I've got the deposits on those two Omegas. I've got a Shopek Passage de Drake that's coming out, the Roaring 40s dial. I'm a part owner of that company, so you know, full disclosure, a shareholder in that. I think you guys know that that's sort of it's not really crowd-funded company, but there's you know, maybe 60 very enthusiastic collectors that funded the startup of that company. So really excited. That's a great watch. Sold out. The Roaring 40s gray dial that I got sold out in 24 hours. That's fantastic for a micro brand like them. So, yeah, that. I've got a Kadoki 2 coming in. That 2
Nice.
first one, I think, in the U.S. with a black dial. Won't be the only one, but I think I've got the first one coming into the country with a black dial.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't even aware they made them with a black dial.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
See, I almost wonder, are they going to
Nice.
make the Kadoki 1 with the black dial too? The only thing I don't like about the Kadoki 1, it just seems like there's a lot. It's just a plain watch face, a lot of just bare open space.
Yeah, I was drawn to the Kadoki 2 because of that day-night. It's not a moon phase, but it's a day-night, and he does those. I think he hand engraves those himself. So, what about the Mings? Did anybody try to get in and get the last? I think the last round of Mings were last night. Around 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern time. I think. Anybody?
I hadn't looked.
No, actually, no.
Yeah, I didn't even have any idea that they were.
So we're not going to minge about the Mings.
Yeah.
What's your beater watch? Hans is wanting to know. If you had one.
Probably my Milgauss. If I want to just do something and not worry about it. Otherwise, I wear I wear an Apple Watch. So
ha ha ha! Suck it, the rest of you. Suck it. Suck it.
I always do. I wear it. I bike a lot and run, so I just wear it. Not as a watch, but as a athletic tool, and to get my texts and phone calls if I'm out and about and don't have my phone with me. So, but I always double wrist. I've got an Apple Watch on, and if I'm in a place, I live in downtown Chicago. When things got a little dicey this summer, I didn't wear watches out of my house. I just wore my Apple Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense. What do you think of Grand Seiko? Do you like them?
Yeah, I'm learning a lot more about them. I don't own any, but I like them, and I'm not troubled by the spring drive movement. I think it's interesting technology. I'm not troubled by the quartz affiliation or whatever. I guess what I've heard, and I'm at a disadvantage because I haven't handled any, but I'm really drawn to dials. In all of my watches, I love dials, and some of the intricacy of their dials, Snowflake and that Four Seasons series that they did for the U.S. a year ago. I think those are absolutely beautiful. I've heard, you guys probably know better than me, I've heard the bracelets might be, a little less than what you might expect, but the case finishing and everything else. I mean, I expect that this will be the year that I get a Grand Seiko.
Nice. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I think it was like a day or so ago. Federico made a video saying that he was thinking they might give Rolex a run for the money.
That's
next
ridiculous, but it's a headline grabber for Fed, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then Bobby's saying he's from the suburbs of Chicago, Algonquin.
Come on downtown sometime. You know what I miss in COVID the most is getting together for cocktails or lunch or a watch chat and exchanging, and none of that has happened. And I only moved to Chicago last June, so I've only been here 6-7 months. I moved from Columbus, Ohio, back to Chicago after being gone for a number of years. And there's a lot of great collectors that I know that I connected with through Facebook and some of the groups and Instagram and other things. But there's no way. I mean, there's just no way to get together. They're opening restaurants tomorrow at 25% capacity for the first time in, I don't know, 3 or 4 months.
So you guys' restaurants hadn't been open?
Nope. Oh, carry out and outdoor. It's a little ridiculous. You can't eat indoor, but if you put up a tent outside and jam people in, you're able to eat outside on a sidewalk in downtown Chicago. Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rick's
I
Cafe.
missed that. I missed that too. I really missed the watch time events. They're such good events. Hopefully this year, maybe.
Watch Time did I don't know, were any of you guys on it? Watch Time did a little Livestream with Roger Ruger and some of their people yesterday, kind of midday. I don't know if it was invitation only or what it was, but it was nice. They said they're going to try to do it monthly, I think, going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of a substitute to hold us over. They're optimistic. I believe that they might be able to do Watch Time New York in October, since by October we should have mass vaccination, hopefully.
Oh, sure hope so. It's such a fun event.
Well,
That's a great event. I went 3 times. Yeah, it's a great event.
Now, you guys also have the micro brand show there, don't you? In Chicago,
Microlux?
isn't that there every year?
Could be. I don't know.
Microlux, I think.
Obviously not since I've been back, so I have no idea.
Okay. Well, we're going on about 36 minutes or so. You guys about ready to call it a day?
Sure.
No, let's just have Rick show us his watches for the next 4 hours.
Yeah. Somebody,
so we can all drool, right?
Yep.
Somebody in one of the Facebook groups yesterday said, "Gee, we'd like to see a one picture of Rick's collection, and then I don't know. You guys know Andy Mastorakis? He's a massive. I mean, he makes me look like the minor leagues. I mean, he's got hundreds of watches, I think, and really good stuff. He's out in California, and I said it's just, first of all, it's impossible given the number of watches, and then I keep my stuff in several locations for security purposes, so they're never all in one place. I mean, that would be a little dangerous. They're in a couple different bank vaults and a couple different residences, so in safes.
Peter's saying he would stay for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I guess if you guys are about ready to call it an evening here. Appreciate everybody for coming on in the chat, and thanks guys for coming on and joining Rick and Clive and Bruce. Of course, you guys know Clive's channel, Clive Watch Wrangler, and then Bruce Watch Talk with Punters every Sunday at 2 Eastern, guys. And then Rick, how can they follow you on Instagram?
Instagram, it's at Rick_on_watches. Rick on watches.
Yeah, you guys definitely want to give him a follow. He posts some great stuff. So, all right, guys, we'll call it a night then. Thanks for coming on, everybody.
All right. Be safe.
Thanks, guys. Later, fellas.
Thanks, guys. Later, guys.
All right. Take care.
Later.